Yay, I think it's working. Hey there, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Joni with Weathered Wings, and I am always here. Well, I'm not always here, but I am here today with another project, another fun project. Let me see if I can find myself. I'm gonna send it out. Okay, so I may be ending these notifications through the community text, but what I want you to do, and I'll copy link. I'll explain to you how you can join me and get notified, you know, without this texting, because I'm not sure if this is working very well. But if you would go to my page, okay, anybody's page really that you want to follow, there's follow settings. You can click the three dots on the right and change your follow settings, because it's set up to where they're just not going to show you that much. But if you change your follow settings on the page, on the front of the page, on the right side, there's you can either click on that like button for my page and it should bring up a menu and you can change the things there. You can set it to my page as a favorite, and then everything will show in your feed, okay? And if not, they're not going to show you very much. But anyway, let me know what you're doing today, where you're watching from, and then we will just get started. Set it. All right. So I have this egg, okay? I have these plastic eggs. I've already started painting it, but I thought, you know what? Let me show them. But it's these big plastic eggs. I have a link for Amazon, but y'all can probably find these at Hobby Lobby. But I'm going to try to finish painting that. I'm just using DIY paint, and I'm almost out. So I'm hoping I will have enough just to finish the bottom here, because then we're going to, I'm going to paint it a different color. Okay. So, again, this is DIY paint. It pretty much covers anything. You could also use a gesso or a spray primer, but I'm good with the DIY paint. So I'm just going to finish this one up. We're going to add a pretty little mold and a pretty little bunny paper, okay? Let me put my... Hey, Meg. Hey, Tony. Yay. Yes, it is so cold. It's so cold. I hope y'all are all staying warm. The sun actually came out today, though, y'all. It's been raining. The sun actually came out here in Alabama, but it's still cold. Windy. Really windy. Blustery, like Pooh Bear would say. It's a blustery day. All right, so I'm going to kind of cover up some of these spots that, see right here. These were done last year, so I thought I got some new paper, so I thought I'm gonna do a little something else. Okay, let me heat this. Dry it with my heat gun. You have to do another coat anyway. Let's see. Hey, Cindy, how does it? It's like a big blob on there. Thought it was from last year, but it was wet. Joyce is cooking supper. Hey, Ari. Yeah, this is dinner time for you Eastern time zone people. We usually go out on Fridays, but Ralph is saying he's not feeling well. So I'm like, oh gosh. Stay away. I don't want to get sick. Alright, so just trying to get this dry enough to put on another coat of paint. Man, sticky. Alright. So let's put this up. I'm almost out. Anyway, now I've got out Prom Queen, which is a really pretty blue. All right, so see, I can see names now. So I think it's because I have to do this before I hit start. I have to hit the comment button because I can see now. Hey, Karen. Hey, Debbie. All right, so I'm just going to use my same paintbrush. And then I'm just going to paint with some blue. Again, it's called Prom Queen. I could have done 2 coats of blue, but I just, like I said, I'd already started with the white. So these eggs are really fun. I don't know if you saw some of what I did with them last year, but I just had a couple left over. And I was cleaning up my art room. You know, that's when you can, well, I don't know if I would say cleaning it. I was actually looking for something. And I did find them. I thought I wanted to paint them, but once I found them, I was like, oh, no, they're cute like they are. But just getting rid of some stuff that I know I'll never use. Some pieces, some things that even I consider trash, which it's hard. It's hard to throw away anything, really, because I always think I can use it for something. All right, so I'm going to dry this so I can still hold it, right? I can hold it with the, why is this? Again, I need a extension cord. What was that lavender cake? Hey, Kay. Lavender cake. I missed something. Lavender would be really pretty on this. Last year I put transfers on a few. I put sheer bliss over some that were really pretty because that just makes it sparkle. That's dry enough to hold. Don't want to keep y'all long with the painting. Yeah, this blue is pretty. I don't use it enough, but it is really pretty. I'm trying to decide. Let's see. I want to wax the mold too, but we'll get to that as we get to it. Hey, Diane. Diane from Massachusetts. I bet it is cold. Oh my gosh. No. I couldn't do that. My bones hurt just thinking about it. Jeez, here I'm complaining that it's cold and it's probably 40 out there. But it is windy, so probably feels like 25 or something. I don't know. Yeah, we go snow skiing sometimes, and I just, if it's not equipped for that. But I know it's beautiful. I know the sun's really pretty. I mean, the snow's really pretty. All right. I think that's covered good enough. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Edie. Dartmouth. Ooh. Oh, Edie is in Dartmouth. Yes, windy and cold. I need to find my egg I did last year. I think I know where it is, where I did a sweet brownie on that one too. That's right. It was decoupaged paper that I made. I just printed out and printed it on rice paper. All right. I think this can finish drying as, let's see, put it in a cup. I'll just let it sit right here. And then we're going to make our mold. Okay. So I'm using the frames mold. I think it's frames. Yeah, just frames. Because we have a frames 1 and a frames 2. And this is frames. I'm going to be using this one right here. What kind of eggs are you painting? They're faux eggs, Catherine. That's a pretty big egg. I'm using ostrich eggs today. No, this is from Amazon, and they're just those bright colored plastic eggs, just like the little ones that you always see. And you can see from the beginning that I painted it white, and then we came back with blue, a light blue, a baby blue. What am I doing? All right, so the first thing I do with my molds is dust some cornstarch in there. Not a whole lot. You don't want it just like sitting in there. You just want it coated. And that just helps the clay release, okay? Because if you don't coat your molds with cornstarch, you're going to end up trying to help it out. You're going to pull it out, and it's going to stretch, and then it's going to crack, and it's going to shrink up. It's just not going to be pretty. You're going to be upset. Oh, okay, Tina, yes, that's right. Yes. Sorry, I thought that was Tony. Yes. You fell? Lori, that was prom queen. Prom queen, that's what it's called. And Laurie's in 6 degrees in Connecticut. Ah! 6 degrees. All right, still can't. All right. Now, this is a good, this is a new pack of clay that I opened just a little bit ago. The only bad thing about putting your cornstarch in there is that the clay you have left over is going to have cornstarch in it. But anyway, not hide it, but keep it in a bag. You can even put, I even like to put a baby wipe in there with it. It just keeps some moisture in there and keeps the clay soft. All right, let's see. Well, Cindy's cold too. Everybody's cold. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of, and I've got too much here. Let's just take a little off. I don't want too much left over, but you don't want to be stingy with the clay on these particular kind, because you want this part right in here to be really smooth. So you got to fill it up. All right. A lot of times for these, I like to use the fast cast resin, just because I know it's going to be just perfect, nice and perfect. But let's just see how we do on here. Okay, squeeze, push some of that back up in there. There's nothing like a fresh pack of clay. Nice. All right. Push it down. Again, I want it, I want it to fill in really nicely. Okay, and then I'm just going to start kind of removing the excess. Let's fill that in right there. All right, Tina, feel better. Hey, Jessie, it's Jessie's birthday. Everybody tell her happy birthday. I don't know why I was thinking I thought your birthday was in September. I don't know why I thought that. But I hope you're having a great day. Hey, Paula. Good afternoon. All right. Now I'm actually also going to get my brayer for this one. Do I have it over here? And be careful doing this as well. Don't go up and down like this, because you'll roll it right out, and then when it goes back in, it'll make a second impression and won't be good. So I just kind of want to go in one direction out to that end. Maybe come out to this end. want this part to be flat because you're gonna glue it down to a surface, and it needs to be nice and flat, okay? And I even just start using my fingers to rub it. Uh-oh, don't do it. Don't dig in it, just rub it. I have a whole video, y'all, on molds and tips and stuff that I did one day. I have a, I should have put the QR code in here. But if you want to send me your address or let me know, I'll give you that link. I'll tell you what, I'll just put the link in here. That way, the QR code, that way if you need it. You can just click on that QR code and it'll take you right to it. All right. So you can feel it. You can feel if it's getting, if it's kind of even and smooth. This is just a big one. But it does make a difference. Just spend a little more time making sure it's. All right, let's see what we get. Put that in there before I forget. Hey, Dawn. How goes it? Hey, Glenn. How are you? All right. A little bit more. All right, so now flip it over and bend your mold. And hopefully, you don't have it so pressed in there. Hopefully it'll pull out or come out. You don't want to pull it. Okay, just keep bending it till it comes out. All right, there we go. And see, it's pretty smooth. It's got a little bit of wrinkles in there, but that's okay because we're gonna decoupage over that. All right, so now I'm gonna get some glue. I like Type-On quick and thick glue. Hey, Colleen. No, it's Jesse's birthday. Jesse. All right, so I just pour some out. I really wanted it to be more humped, you know, but anyway, this'll work, this'll work. That's why a lot of times I just like to go with fast cast resin on these big ones. It's gonna be exactly like I want it, but I do like the clay. So I'm rubbing the glue all the way to the edges, really nice, all the way to the edges. Softly. Yeah, I do. Y'all probably have seen the one I did last year. There's a little quick video with the decoupage paper, and I decoupaged and then molded around it, whereas this one, we're gonna put a little piece of decoupage paper right in the center. This sweet little bunny paper. All right, so I've got it all glued up. Let's see which end is this. Is the top. So put it in this hand because I can do better with my right hand. I'm actually going to put it like that. Have a couple of minutes or a few seconds to kind of get it like you want it, move it around. Don't press it too much because all this, see how delicate these little pieces are? And look, you're gonna wanna press it down around the edges like this. You know, all the edges, but don't press hard. Don't press hard. And yeah, it's gonna be top heavy for a little bit or front heavy, but it's okay. All right. I just kind of make sure there's no glue like seeping out. You can actually touch this up with some paint if you want to. But you know, we're gonna wax it and all kind of good stuff. All right. So that's that part. Okay, it's really cute. Now I have one already done and dry. Let me see, I'm gonna kind of press this a little bit. I can see in the camera just a little, but see, this is still pliable, so you can kind of work it and there. That looks good. All right, I'm gonna put it again. Let's see, I think I'm gonna just, actually I'm gonna lay it down like this on here, because these will slide, y'all, if you don't, if you're not careful, they'll slide off. So I'm just gonna lay it right there. And then here's one that I did earlier. Okay, same thing. It's already dry. Oh, one thing I do like to do is I'll heat this with the heat gun just a little bit. Okay, and then just let it dry. I've noticed down here in my basement, it's cool right now. And I don't really have a lot of shrinking on this. I don't really have a lot of shrinking and cracking anyway. I'm not quite sure why, unless it's all these little tips and tricks. All right, so this one's dry, and I dried it with the hair dryer, and I also put it, or with the heat gun, and I put it in front of the fan as well, just a little bit. All right. I actually need, it's gonna, oh, I guess it'll sit there. All right, so where are my papers? Did I blow? Oh, I blew them away. Hold on. All right, blew them down on the ground. So I've already cut one out, but here are the papers. And what is, these are the, is it ITD? I think that's what it is. Yeah, the ITD collection. They always have these cute bunny pictures paper, but look at these. They're really, they're small. And they look vintage. I think they're so cute. Okay. So again, I have a link for the paper. I'll put all that in there right after I get off. But I already cut one out. Okay, and it's the same as this one, this little girly. Little girl bunny. I think that's the cutest one. Oh, they've got ducks. Little lamb. I love the little bunnies though. Okay, so let me put that right here. So, all right. So I had another one that that I was trying to kind of see what size I needed. This was just a little sample board I did. Gosh, I don't remember when I did it, but it's hard. It was clay. It's hard. And so I kind of like measured with that one because it was hard. I could dig my fingernail in it. And we may do something with that too, just to get another idea. So I'm going to take some liquid patina, DIY liquid patina. And what I love to set these on is like, I love to go to the thrift store and buy those little dessert pedestal glass dishes. I turn them upside down and then just sit them on it like this. Now this one is going to be a little heavy. I may put another type of mold or something on the back of it. We'll see. Okay. Let me get one of these paint brushes. You know what? I think, hold on. I think I'm going to paint a little bit right there. Just wipe that off. Just because I think the decoupage medium and the paper may do better. I feel like last time or one time I did it, it was a bit sticky. So I'm just going to paint in there and then dry it. And I don't think I'm going to, do I want to paint the whole thing? Let me think about this because I do want to wax it. I want to antique it a little bit. I think I will. Just a tiny bit on the surface. Now this white is called White Swan, which is a really good match to the color it's already on here. But you don't really have to paint your mold. But if you do want to paint it, make sure it's dry so you won't mess up any of those pretty little details. Okay, can you see all those little details? And if you're not careful, you'll smush them. Just not worried about getting it fully covered. Make sure that's laying down. That's another good reason to use the fast cast resin, is that you don't have to wait. I mean, they are dry right after when you pull them out, they're ready to go. Am I missing anything? They look a little like chess pieces and they keep it. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, for a finial on top? Yeah, that's a really good idea, Betty. All right, did I do that well enough? I just want, when we wax it, I want it to, you know, get down in the paint. I know that this paint is porous, and so it's good with wax. I'm just going to try to get as close as I can to the, really best just to kind of tap it on those details. All right, I'm going to let that be good. And I didn't even check to see. All right, I'm just gonna dry it again. A lot of drying. Oh, that's a good idea, Diane. Yeah, that's a good idea. It does lay on this little mold part pretty well. Oh, y'all can't see. Hold on. I gotta remember which one is which. Good enough. I hope. All right, now, one little thing is, okay, this could shrink, because I was noticing this one, it seemed like it was a little bit smaller than these. And like I said, that was made a long time ago. But I'm gonna just see. I'm just gonna go with this. All right, I'm gonna use another brush, actually. Okay, this is the liquid patina. You could use Mod Podge. This is what, this is our line of Mod Podge. It can be used as a sealer. It can be used for a lot of things. But I really like it for decoupaging. I also have these little gold gilded bunnies that I thought I may use on the on that little board just to kind of see what it looks like. Did I cut it out? I cut it, well, no, I hadn't cut it out, but I did, you know, some of those gold gilded papers that I showed you not too long ago. And these are some bunnies. They're so cute. All right. So let's see. Make sure I don't have any questions. All right. Just kind of stick it there, there. Move it over some. I feel like it may need just a little cutting. Hold on, let me see. Where are my scissors? Did I put them up? Oh, here they are. Behind me. All right, those seem like there was a little. It's okay if it's a little less. I don't want a little more because it's just gonna blend in. Sweet is that, y'all? I love it. All right, where's my, how many times was I say, where's my? All right, let's just go down this way. And these papers are pretty thick. They're not like a napkin where you're not gonna be able to. Probably should have put some more underneath. Oh, you know what I like to do? Hold on. I like to put it on the back. If I mess this up, I'll just cut out another one. Because this is rice paper, so it is a little bit heavier than your normal like decoupage paper. It's not as thin. So it takes just a little more of this. So I like to make sure that it's coated. A little tricky with that roundness. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I'm just gonna go down in that little crease with my paintbrush, see, like that. If I have to, if there's a little paint in there, I'll just have to touch it up. But I think it's gonna be fine. And what another thing I found is if it has wrinkles like right now, when it dries, they disappear. And I kind of like the wrinkles actually. I didn't used to, but I kind of have embraced them. It just makes it look a little bit more vintage. Oh, they do, Diane, yes. It just needed that tiny bit snipped off. Yep, snipped off, that's right. See? All right, we'll go around. All right, so that is super cute. Gosh, I love that. Love it, love it. Let me get a little bit more. Now I usually get the, ooh, that's coming out great. I usually get the saran wrap out, but I've just noticed I haven't needed to with this paper. Although those were, I better take that back. That wasn't this paper I was using those times. Again, this is the ITD paper, And it is, let me put that link in here real quick while let's see, do I have it? Hold on. I'll grab it because the other paper is on here too. All right. So all you have to do is look under papers, and it's ITD, and they have all of these. That's just my affiliate link, so I do get a little commission from this, but it won't, no extra charge to you. All right, I like that, I like it, I like it. All right, so let me make sure I don't have, because what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna move this one so I won't get them messed, well, I wouldn't get it messed up because it doesn't have a thing on there. I'm not gonna put one on that one because it's still wet. I do think, sorry, my nose keeps dripping. I'm gonna let that dry just a second, and let's just see what this one's gonna look like. I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It's just a sample board, but okay. So I'm just gonna paint around it. Actually, probably be best just to paint it white. Kind of want to see what that the little gilded one's gonna look like. Don't judge me on my painting because this is just for looks. I mean, just for practice. Just a demo for color. Use a little paintbrush, I guess, would be better. Already digressing. Let's see. Rap doesn't have the flu. He says he's achy. All right, now let's do just this part. I'm gonna give, because that paper, it's a little more transparent on the back side of, you know, the whole paper. So let's just see. Again, I don't think this was, I don't know if this was painted or not, this mold. I feel like it was, since the whole thing was painted. So this hopefully just gives you an idea. I know it's a little janky, but all right, that's pretty though, huh? All right, so let's let me just lay that down right here. Try to dry that. Right? I do love Easter projects. And trying to fix a demo. Isn't that blue pretty? I just love that blue. So this would be pretty if you wanted a little fancier egg. We could do the gold gilded paper. and you let it dry and harden up and then come back and put your paper down, you can use your fingernail, see, and just kind of make the indentation to get it just right. So I'm going to cut along this line. And this paper, there's a whole sheet. It's a whole sheet like I just showed you, but it, of gilded bunnies, and it has time watches on there as well. It's really cute paper. All right, so I just got his little head. Let's see if you can see the sparkle. Let's see. All right, so back in with the liquid patina. And so since this paper is a little transparent, what was this? It looks like it has paint on it. That blue's going to show through, okay, when we decoupage them down. Oh, and this paint comes to life when you put a sealer on it. It dries really light until you top coat it. I hope this was the brush I used for the, I don't know if it was or not. All right, and then I'm going to use, it's also coming off a little bit. And these papers have, like, see how it looks like there's cracks in it? Right. Well, this you're going to have to be careful because you can see the blue. Let's see what he looks like. His eye is really gold. That's so cute. Now, it's right now it's a little cloudy, but it will when it dries, it'll be better. You'll see the paint underneath. All right, so let's let this this will dry. See how you can see the blue coming through. All right, now. This one, let's get back. I'm just going to wax it, clear wax first. Please let me have it down here. Hold on. Are there any questions real quick? Did you put something on the plastic egg before you started painting some paint? I did not, Barbara. I used DIY paint. Oh, that's liquid patina. This is DIY paint. It's a clay-based chalk paint. So it pretty much covers anything. As long as it's clean, and you have to seal it, though, on something like this. Okay? So let me get a little brush, a little wax brush. I'm just going to use a little chip brush to wax it. Now, this is still wet, so I'm just going to kind of do it around. Uh-oh. A piece of gold leaf came on there. Speaking of gold leaf, that would be beautiful, right? All right, so let's just put the wax over here. I want you to see how the blue comes back. See the difference? Now, if you wanted to use, you could gesso the egg, or you could spray like a primer on it if you wanted to use, you know, any other paint. If you wanted a smoother paint, or these are just some I had left over, so I was already they were kind of painted a little bit. I'm just gonna get the wax right along on this decorative part. I don't want it on the top because the liquid patina has not dried yet. Now you can use any color to wax with. That piece of gold leaf. I had gold leaf in my coffee the other day. So I actually drank gold leaf. It's like, what in the world? It's like glitter, you know, it's just, you can't really get rid of it once you've used it because it's just like in the air. All right. Let's make sure this is, again, this is not extremely hard, so I don't want to be real rough with it. You could, like I could with this one. That's not coming through as well. Maybe it's just not dry, but the other one I did, it really showed through. All right, so it is a little top heavy, y'all, but you would be sitting it in something, okay? You would sit it. And you might want to do something on this side. I don't know, mine didn't do like, mine were fine last year though, so let's just keep moving. I'm gonna put this over to the side and find my dark wax. And this is where the magic is going to show through if I have my dark wax. Here it is. All right, because see, this looks like, you know, this already has kind of the dark in there. Now, another way you could antique this is to seal it with a polyacrylic and then glaze it, okay? You get a very similar look like that. If you're used to glaze, well, there goes that brush. Let me see. I kind of have some, make sure this is brown. Now, these little brushes, they get kind of hard until you put more wax on there, and it'll just soften them right back up. I'll just use the lid to kind of, it doesn't take much of this dark. Now, you're going to want to have a t-shirt. Hold on. Have something soft to wipe it back, and that is why I put the clear wax on there, so you can wipe back the dark. All right, so I'm just going to start. Now, this is where a lot of people freak out. Let's just start down at the bottom. Yeah, you could do that, JC. That's right. You could do that. Not a bad idea. She's saying to, you know, open it up, of course, and put something in it to weight it. But the little thing I use to make them, what I paint for them to sit in, works really well. Or it did last year. I have to wait. I have to look at it and see if it's a lot different. And you do want to work in sections, okay? Small sections. And look, you're just going to wipe this back. real softly on this. It's best to wait. I would wait and do this after your mold dries really well. So you can wipe back as much as you want because it's gonna leave just a little hint of it, which is all you want, except on the detail of the mold. Or you could leave a lot on there. Once you wipe it on, you can repeat this step. Just lightly rubbing the top. And if it was hard, I would really scrub it around, you know, right in there. I want to say this lightens up too when it dries, like it's lighter. So see the difference? Okay. Now you could add more, like I said, but let's just keep going. This is where I'd really grab a chip brush again because it's really soft on the edges. Let's see. And I can get down in there better. You can even do it around the paper line if you wanted to, but I don't have any clear wax on the paper, so I don't want to really do that because it wouldn't rub back. Now, if you forget to put the clear wax on first, you can always come back and add some clear wax and it'll erase it. Where's my hair is falling in my eyes. Let me see if I. Oh, Betty, that's awesome. Yeah, I stamped some. I'll have to show you some. I'll show you some before we get off here. I stamped some with the, and kind of monogrammed. So I'll show you those before we get off and give you some ideas to do. There's several things. Don't have to do this one particular thing. But it's really pretty when you make a little stand for it and you would paint it either the same color as your egg or as your mold. And this paints glass really well. This paint, I mean. And that's it. That's it for that one. I love it. Love it. Now for this one, again, that blue did not really come through. Maybe it's just got to dry. I don't know. But it really did not come through. But what I was going to say for this one, and I don't want to waste a bunch of stuff just because it's, you know, like I said, it's just a sample thing. But you could, if you wanted to do an egg, pretty egg, which I might do an egg. Stir this up. This is the French Gold by Paint Couture. Same link as the paper's on. This is one of their metallics in French Gold, and it's just really pretty. I would just take my finger, dab the, my finger's got glue all over it. I would just go around and hit the high points. Yeah, I was going to mention you could put a mold around the seam. But I'm going to get my basket out and show you some that I made last year. You may have seen them. I have videos on them. So, but isn't this pretty? I love the blue and the gold. This is really pretty. I know it's a little janky on this little board, but it could be really pretty, right? Could be really pretty if you did a really pretty piece. See, I want to get it right around the edge, but I can't. Unless I got some on the paper. But that's pretty. Like that. That would be really pretty on an egg. All right, y'all. That is it. That is it. I'm going to show you a few more things. Get my basket of eggs. Let's see. There's some left that could be stuff added to it. Okay, here's my basket. Move this over. So I have this one. This was painted black, and the Wander transfer is on this one, and then it's got a high gloss. I may have used the, I used Sheer Bliss, I think, over this, which is a transparent metallic by Paint Couture. Comes in a little bottle like this, but it's just a sheer paint. Here's just a plain one I painted green with the Sheer Bliss. So this is ready for a pretty transfer or a mold or anything I want to put on that. Oh, here's one similar to the one I made last year. This is similar. So I did put this mold all the way around it. And I can't remember. I feel like this is shipwreck wax on it and some gold wax. That one's really pretty. It's the Birdsong mold. And I'm not sure what mold. Classic Elements, maybe. Just another solid green one. Here's a black and white one with my favorite. Some of the paint. Hold on. Is this Astoria? I can't remember. Yeah, I think it is. Isn't that pretty? I think all of them have the Sheer Bliss. They stuck together. Here's the monogram. Maybe stuck to this right here. So that's with the alpha bellies and these stuck together, y'all. Don't stick them together because this paint will stick. I'll have to touch that up. I love that one. And then this one had the little mold didn't know not to put them in this basket. That has the little mold, the bunny mold. And I just painted them gold. This one's a pretty one too. I liked this one. This one is the Acanthus scroll, or maybe it's Classic Elements too, but that was on both. Let me see, I've got it upside down. So, just painted the whole thing green. I got it on both sides, so that helps that one. Show the burgundy one. Oh, that was this one, right? Yeah. That was so that's the retro stamp masked with Alpha Bellies stamp. I love these. I love to monogram with those stamps. Now, I don't know where the other one is. I did last year. I just don't know. But anyway, I wouldn't store them touching like I did, because some of them did stick. All right. Let's see. Make sure I haven't missed any questions. Looks like an avocado. Yeah, I got to put a transfer on there, so I won't do that. I did paint a pumpkin like that one year, and I kept thinking it was a little pumpkin. I kept thinking it looked like a green pepper. But that's it. Let's see. Okay, y'all. Yeah, I think I got that. If you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'll pop back in and answer them. But I hope y'all have a great evening and a great weekend. Hope it's all a little bit